Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Cyber. Welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoyed your day so far. Hope you're drinking enough water, chilling, all that good stuff. Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that a lot of you have reached out to go ahead and tell me to talk about. And honestly, I think it's a really good topic. So here we are. We're going to be talking about the optimization for Farlight 84. Now, I'm not even going to hold it to you. I'm going to keep it a buck 50 with some of y'all. I am privileged. I am privileged as fuck because I have like 4 different devices I can play this game on. So optimization really is not a problem that plagues me, but it is a problem that plagues a lot of different people that is not as fortunate as me. So I got one device that you can go ahead and play the game on, and that device either can play the game that is not really the best experience though, or you just can't play the game at all. And I think that sucks, especially for like a mobile game or a game that is ported onto mobile. I think that it is the developer's job to go ahead and optimize the game to the best of their ability for everyone to enjoy the game. Not saying that Farlight 84 is not doing that, and I'm going to go ahead and explain that in a little bit, but I do want to go ahead and highlight some of the things that I think Farlight 84 should do and should focus on to make their game overall better, to make the optimization process a lot easier and a lot quicker. Understand? Understand. All right. Let's get into it. But before we do so, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll go ahead and hit that notification bell. I really would appreciate it. It helps a long way, or goes a long way. And also, it's free $3.99. You like free shit? I like free shit. We all like free shit. Come on now. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, so let's go ahead and get 2 things out of the way. Quick and easy, right? Number 1, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Farlight 84 has been working on optimization for the game ever since the global relaunch to when I'm making this video. Granted, it's not anything crazy. Like they're not gonna go ahead and magically make a one phone be able to go ahead and be able to go ahead and play 120 FPS to like max graphics and all that stuff, right? That's not what I'm talking about. They have been fixing the bugs and all that stuff, right? They have been trying to go ahead and make the game just more enjoyable overall, but it's not anything like too crazy. And the reason too why that is number 2, you guys have to understand when it comes down to optimization, that shit takes a long ass time. Like I said, I got 4 different devices I can play this game on. You're probably watching this video on a different device compared to my devices, and the person that's watching it at the same time that you are watching it, they're probably watching on a whole different device compared to you, compared to me, compared to everybody. Like, trying to go ahead and optimize games in general is hard. Trying to go ahead and optimize mobile games is just equally, if not as hard, because there's so many devices you have to go ahead and optimize. You have to go ahead, take the device, test it out, optimize it, and move on to the next one. It is a ongoing war. Not even a battle, it's a war, because you have more devices releasing every other month. Like, it's a daunting task. And because Farlight has been globally released for like about a month, about to be 2 months. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's gonna be a struggle for them for a really, really long time. Like I said, it's an ongoing war. So the best thing to really do is to really voice our opinion. Go ahead and be patient as well too at the same time. If you don't have the patience, then tough titties. But it is something that is gonna take a while. That is something I want to go ahead and highlight. But like I said, it is something that is doable, especially in their scenario. It is something that we can talk about and have a discussion about, because I do think there is a few things they can go ahead and focus on to better improve their optimization. And the way I want to go ahead and showcase that is by highlighting 2 games in the mobile community that, in my opinion, has done a really good job when it comes down to optimization, and things that Farlight 84 can go ahead and take notes that could better help them with their journey with optimizing the game as best as they possibly can, right? The first game I want to go ahead and highlight is Call of Duty Mobile. Shouts to them. Now, before y'all come for my neck, come for my throat, all that stuff, right? You have to understand, yes, I do know that Call of Duty Mobile is years, and I mean years older than Farlight 84, 101%. I understand that. But there is things I want to go and highlight that Call of Duty Mobile has and has done that Farlight 84 should take notes, right? Or at least this is more for y'all to go ahead and understand something, right? A little story. When I went ahead and re-downloaded Call of Duty Mobile, because I haven't played Call of Duty Mobile in a long time, I had to go ahead and re-download it. My friends want to go ahead and play some S&D with me, so I'm like, all right, bet, let me hop on, right? I downloaded that game. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, almost shed a tear. I maxed out my graphics. I maxed out my FPS. The game was butter. That game was smooth as silk. Oh my god. I'm not even trying to glaze. The game just felt good. Really, really good. Really good. Like, maxed out everything and there was no stutter, no lag. I was honestly really impressed. Like, Call of Duty Mobile got that bag. They deep in that shit. But of course, that's because of how long the game been out. It wasn't like that when it first came out, obviously. They have been doing a really good job over the years with coming out the optimization. But one thing I do want to go ahead and highlight is the engine. Now, the engine that Call of Duty Mobile uses is called Unity engine. It's way more optimized when it comes down to mobile. That allows the developers for Call of Duty Mobile to be able to go ahead and do what they gotta go ahead and do to optimize the game for everyone to enjoy them. Enjoy is my fault. Farlight 4 uses a different engine called Unreal Engine 4, which is a lot more taxing, but it is supposed to go ahead and, you know, be a lot better to look at. The graphics are supposed to be a lot better to go ahead and look at, etc, 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 etc. But yeah, it's a lot more taxing than Unity. So Call of Duty Mobile, in terms of their engine, is a lot better for mobile games than Unreal. Now, the reason why I showcase that is because, I mean, different engines does matter. I know Farlight 4 went ahead and chose Unreal because they want to go ahead and, like, you know, level up their graphics. By doing so, it's a lot more daunting on devices when playing the game. Now, I'm not suggesting they go ahead and switch their engine because, no, I don't think that would be smart, because it is possible to optimize that engine to go ahead and play Farlight 4. And how do I know that? Because there is another mobile game that's really popular within the mobile space. A really popular, one of the best shooters in mobile. Debatable, don't at me. PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile actually uses the same engine as Farlight 4, being Unreal Engine 4. But here's the crazy thing. PUBG Mobile is way more optimized than Farlight 4. Like, it's a lot more easier to go ahead and play PUBG Mobile on your mobile devices compared to Farlight 4. And again, before you're coming for my neck, yes, I understand that PUBG Mobile been out for way longer than Farlight, way longer than Call of Duty Mobile. You know, so obviously they had the time to go ahead and really, like, fix things and all that stuff, right? But because of that, there is certain things we can go ahead and highlight that I think Farlight 4 should go ahead and take notes to better optimize their game for us to have a better playing experience, right? And the one thing, I have a lot of things written down on my iPad right now, but like a few things I want to go ahead and point out when it comes down to Farlight 4 compared to PUBG Mobile, right? Farlight 4, one, has more assets. The art style as well too. Like the assets and the art styles, it's what really is taxing on Farlight 4, because think about it, right? You got so many different heroes, so many different abilities, so many different weapons. You have like the map as well too. There's so many assets that's in the game right now that makes it really taxing on your device. You know what I'm saying? On top of that as well too, you also got to keep in mind of the movement as well, because those, like the calculations and the actual coding that goes into the movement, that goes into the abilities and all that stuff, that also is taxing on your devices as well too. The reason why PUBG Mobile is a lot more less demanding on your phone is because that PUBG Mobile is just more boots on ground. It's more realistic. Like, look at Farlight and then look at PUBG. One looks way more realistic and is more like stripped from other like exciting things. Like with Farlight 4, they have like the buddies, they have the abilities. PUBG Mobile, you just, you know, drive a car, you know, lean a little bit here and there and all that stuff and shoot your gun. You know, it's a lot less daunting on your mobile device compared to Farlight 4. And then also on top of that, just optimization priorities. PUBG Mobile has done a really good job over the years of prioritizing optimization over anything else. Now, Farlight 4, again, I'm not saying that they're not prioritizing optimization, but I will argue that they have shown signs that they really do want to go ahead and make a really good looking game on mobile and on PC. And that's why they choose Unreal Engine 4 to begin with. They want to go ahead and make the game look really, really good. They want to go ahead and make the game really polished and showcase that to the people. But, you know what I'm saying, optimization and all that stuff, it's just not where it needs to really go ahead and be. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they're not working on it, but, you know what I'm saying, like, it's kind of like two things they're trying to go ahead and tackle at once. Not saying that PUBG as well too now haven't been working on like making their stuff look good, but their game just runs a lot better. You can tell they've been focusing on optimization for a minute now. So what can we learn from PUBG Mobile that Farlight 4 can go ahead and do to go ahead and make the game look really fucking nice? To go ahead and optimize the game for everyone to go ahead and hop on and all that stuff, enjoy it. What can Farlight go ahead and do? Or what they should be focusing on is the better question, right? So in my opinion, right, I had to go ahead and look at Farlight 4. I gotta look at the settings and all that stuff. I had to like check some things out because honestly, like going through my notes and all that shit, I'm surprised they have not did this shit. We need way more settings in the actual graphic settings, like way more. There is not a lot of settings in the actual graphics that I have not went ahead and actually added. that would make it a lot more easier for people on lower end devices to go ahead and customize. So if your device is lagging or stuttering and all that stuff, you could just, change the settings and it'll be a lot better for you to go ahead and enjoy the game. Probably won't be like it probably won't be like a perfect fix, but it's a step in the right direction, right? Another thing is also texture and also like asset scaling. I think that Farlight 4 should focus on different textures, different things for their video game, for their maps and all that stuff, for the weapons, for the characters. They should work on different textures and allow lower end devices to be able to download those textures. I think Call of Duty Mobile has this, if I'm not mistaken. Call of Duty Mobile has like HD resources, right, that you're able to go ahead and download, and then they just don't. I think they have either HD resources or like their normal resources that you need to go ahead and like download to go ahead and play the game. But they have like 2 sets of different assets for people to go ahead and download, so they're able to go ahead and like enjoy the game, so it's able to go ahead and like run better and all that stuff, right? I think Farlight 84 should do something similar to that. I think that actually will be a really good addition, and again, it will help with optimization as well too. And then the last thing as well too that I want to go ahead and really touch on is just smarter use with the engine. Again, for the 3rd time or the 4th time, I forgot how many times I repeated this. I don't think that Farlight 4 is not working on optimization. You know what I'm saying? It's way too early to go ahead and really say that. The game only been relaunched for a month, about to be 2 months, right? But what I would like for them to do is, rather than focusing on flashy things for their game, because like I said, like the game, all the assets that they added to the game, it's really daunting and taxing on these phones. What I think they should really go ahead and do is worry about really just optimizing the game on the engine they're doing now, and to speed up the process in terms of like being able to go ahead and just lower the details just a little bit for lower end devices, maybe optimize the shaders, worry about stuff like that rather than pushing out so much content. Because I will say that they are pushing a lot of content for this season 1 update, a lot of content. And honestly, we don't have the content, or we don't have the update right now for us to go ahead and try out on our mobile devices. So I can't say anything about the optimization until I have it. But that is something I am worried about. That is something I really would like them to go ahead and do in terms of, what they do forward with the game. Just focus more on making the game a lot more playable for low-end devices by just looking around, giving us more options to play around with the settings, and adding more stuff for low-end devices to go ahead and utilize rather than the stuff you have in the game. That's all. That's pretty much. How much time is that? 12 minutes? Damn. Okay, that's actually perfect. Let's go. Yeah, that's really all I have in my notes. If you guys have any like thoughts or opinions, I would really love to hear it from y'all. You guys have been loving the commentary type of videos for a minute now, and honestly, I like making it. I love go ahead and like diving deep and talking about stuff like this, talking about different issues within the Farlight, different things that they can do to improve. I like talking about games. I do. So if you have any other ideas or anything you want me to talk about, it doesn't even have to be Farlight related. You know what I'm saying? Any other games you guys want me to go ahead and cover or stuff like that, be my guest. Let me know. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. To go ahead and recap, like I said, Farlight 4, you know what I'm saying? It's still really early, so they have a long way to go. It is way too early to go ahead and be like, oh, they're not optimizing the game, This type of stuff takes a long time. I just want to go ahead and highlight some of the things that they can go ahead and work on and highlight. Highlight what? There's some things I want them to go ahead and work on for them to go ahead and optimize the game better and a lot faster, so we all can go ahead and play the game. That's it. That's what this video is about. But yeah, guys, I don't want to go ahead and take up too much of your time. Go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a damn subscription. We're going crazy with the content for real. I really would appreciate it. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Your boy Cyber is signing out. Peace, y'all. I love y'all. Kisses.